I'm Ben Freeman from FREEMANPEDIA.com, and if you're watching this video, you're going to be taking AP World History Modern this year. Now, I'm assuming this is your first AP course. Why? Because except in a few rare cases, this is often the first AP course available. So, I made these 5 starter videos to prep you for stuff you should know before you walk into the classroom on the first day. Now, I base these on 18 years of teaching and providing AP World content to people like you all around the world. And these 5 topics are focused both on things that come up throughout the school year or the kind of stuff your teacher's going to be covering on the first day. But if you know these 5 things on day 1, you'll be able to tackle one of the toughest AP courses in existence. Today, let's be super basic and find out what the hell AP World Modern even means. AP World Modern is a monster of a course. It runs from 1200 CE to present day, but that really ends around 2001. Now, it's important that you know your enemy so that you know how to succeed in defeating this monster of an exam that you'll be taking in May of next year. AP World breaks down into 9 units. Here's a quick overview. Unit 1 is the Global Tapestry. This is an introductory unit whose whole purpose is to introduce you to the different regions of Earth around the year 1200. Unit 2, the Networks of Exchange. Now, this takes all of the info you learned in Unit 1 and begins to interconnect those regions via things like trade routes or technology or Mongols. Now, those first 2 units, the Global Tapestry and the Networks of Exchange, exist in their own period. Periodization is a big deal in AP World Modern. It just means a chunk of time. So the chunk of time for Units 1 and 2 is the years 1200 to 1450. Now, for like 99% of you out there, your teacher's going to start off with these first 2 units. So maybe get a little familiar with them by going over to FREEMANPEDIA.com and reviewing those pages just to kind of see what's going on and what they're going to be teaching at you for the first couple weeks. All right, the first period or chunk of time is done. The next 2 units cover the next period of time, the early modern period. This period is going to run from 1450 to 1750. And Units 3 and 4, the next 2 units, split nicely between Unit 3's land-based empires and Unit 4's maritime-based empires. The land-based empires are things like the Ottomans and the Mughals, and the maritime empires are things like the Spanish and the Dutch empires. The next period is the modern period, 1750 to 1900, and it's the focus of the next 2 units. This period is often called the modern period, but you could just as easily call it the revolutions period. Unit 5 is all about revolutions. Political revolutions like the United States and Haiti, and economic revolutions like the Industrial Revolution. Unit 6, the other unit in this period, is all about the effects of the Industrial Revolution, which is the official name, but it's actually just code for imperialism. This is where the West becomes so industrially powerful, they go out and take over a huge chunk of the planet. Now, the final 3 units are all in the last period, the contemporary period that runs 1900 to present. These are units you may be a bit more familiar with. Unit 7 is global conflicts. That means world wars, depressions, dictators. Unit 8 is pretty much what it says it is, Cold War and decolonization. So the New World Order after World War II between the United States and the Soviet Union, plus the removal of imperial powers from the colonies in Africa and Asia. Finally, Unit 9 is globalization. This one is a bit all over the place, but mainly focuses on how the world you live in today came into its current form. So that's what your teacher's going to be teaching you this year, those 9 units. And don't research all 9 of these things in the coming weeks. Your teacher has you covered this year, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to familiarize yourselves with the early units. Those are the 2 units you're up against first, and they both run in that first period, 1200 to 1450, and cover a lot of the same content. Wait, was that too much for you to actually pay attention to during the summer? Don't worry, I got you. AP World Modern is a super tough course that runs from 1200 to present. This course is way more rigorous than most world history courses, so start preparing now. There are 9 units throughout the year, but for now, focus on the first 2, the Global Tapestry and the Networks of Exchange. Great, you know what AP World Modern is, but why should you even take this course? Find out in part 2 of the 5 things to know before taking AP World History.